Brothers and sisters, today being Thursday, it's a wonderful day for us to recollect with a particular focus and intensity on our Eucharistic Jesus, that Holy Thursday night where the Lord instituted this gift of himself to stay with his friends, his lovers, aka Christians, those who know him, who call upon him, who believe in him. And according to the laws of friendship, that friends want the tangible presence of a friend, or the lover wants the tangible presence of the lover. The Lord being in heaven after the Ascension. I know for some of you today you celebrate the Ascension, but for us here in Rome we will celebrate it on Sunday. But nevertheless, the Lord has ascended into heaven, and while he's in heaven in full of his risen power and glory, he decides to remain with us on earth in the Eucharist. And we were speaking about yesterday with our professor in one of our classes, that this is really the miracle of miracles, that what looks like bread and wine, the actual substance, the actual nature of bread and wine, even though the appearances remain, it looks like bread, it looks like wine, it tastes like bread, it tastes like wine, but the actual reality of those appearances have become Jesus, have become really God, that they've been transformed into the body, blood, soul, and divinity of God. And so this is a miracle of miracles, of how some substance could be changed into something else. It is truly stupendous. And even it calls us to even reflect on the very person of Jesus Christ, that Jesus Christ is a divine person, that he is the God-man, that he is truly human, but truly divine. And he's not a human person like the rest of us, but he's a divine person. He always existed, so therefore his personhood can't stop existing and begin to exist at the incarnation. No, he always existed, but took to himself human nature. And that's why Jesus is a unique creature in one sense, because yes, his humanity is created, but that this is united to divinity. Nobody's like Jesus, not even Our Lady. Our Lady is full of grace, but nobody's like Jesus. And this Jesus is fully in front of us in the Eucharist, just present in a different way, sacramental, but we shouldn't get lost with these words. The reality is Jesus is in front of me. Wow. This is truly amazing. And the saints have been given such perceptivity by the gift of wisdom and the gift of grace to peer into these truths of our faith in startling ways. And sometimes they see things, sometimes saints see things that other saints don't see. And they see different parts of the truths of the gospel in their own way, because they're called to maybe manifest that truth to the church. But they're chosen souls who have really, truly understood the depth and power of the Eucharist being Jesus. And I want to introduce today one of those souls. She's not canonized officially, but she can join the ranks of great spiritual masters like St. Teresa of Avila, St. Gertrude the Great, in their instruction for us on the spiritual life. And especially this lady, she is instructive above all for a Eucharistic life. Her whole life was centered on the Eucharistic Jesus, and also to love him there and make reparation for her own faults, but the faults of all mankind, was something that we are all called to do. There's something about the love of the Eucharist, just like the woman at the feet of Jesus. She loved much, and she loved much because she was forgiven much. And Jesus was attracted to that love and singled that out, and so much so that we can read that testimony today in the scriptures. And so, who is she? Her name is Mother Mectilde of the Blessed Sacrament. She is a giant of Benedictine spirituality, because she was a Benedictine nun, and the foundress of a stream, you could say, in this Benedictine spirituality of Eucharistic adoration and reparation that has influenced many convents of perpetual adoration. And even many of you in Ireland will know Silver Stream Monastery, who also follow in this tradition of complete dedication to the Eucharist and to Eucharistic adoration. And they have recently published a book that has caught my eye, and it's on Mother Mectilde. I'll post a picture of it, or better yet, I'll show you now. And it's called The Eucharistic Message of Mother Mectilde of the Blessed Sacrament, the Mystery of Incomprehensible Love. And Mother Mectilde, very interesting character. She suffered so much. She was tossed around. She knew exile. She knew abuses from other people, not understanding her charism, her spirituality. And this is very much like the Eucharist. When people are completely devoted to the Eucharist, they almost take on The same way Jesus is treated in the Eucharist, how easily he's passed around the fragility, the brokenness, the poverty of Jesus in the Eucharist. But I want to use some of her words to incite us to a bit of Eucharistic fervor. Because, as we know, the saints have a way of being instruments of grace for us. In the Eucharist, our adorable Saviour has a love that surpasses all other loves. His heart is open to all as a wellspring abounding in graces and in mercies. How hard one would have to be not to be touched by so excessive a kindness, not to be burned by this most ardent charity. How obliged we are to Jesus Christ for having readily willed to set in this way paradise on earth. A God makes himself captive for us. He is in our new arks like a prisoner in his jail cell. How happy we are to possess in this way our most lovable Saviour in the most holy sacrament, since we have this august mystery, the one of whom the angels and the saints love and adore in heaven.